Niccolò Machiavelli, the master of power, manipulation, and human nature, never wrote about relationships in the modern romantic sense. But his principles of political survival, dominance, perception, and psychological manipulation are eerily applicable to today's complex dance between men and women. If you wish to understand why a woman loses interest, you must look beneath the surface. Her disinterest is rarely random. It is a response to weakness, to predictability, to the erosion of psychological tension. In this video, we draw from the Machiavellian worldview to unearth 10 fatal mistakes that men make. Mistakes that kill a woman's attraction at the root. You may not even notice these missteps, but each one subtly poisons the dynamic, leading to indifference, disconnection, or even contempt. These are not surface-level tips. They are power strategies drawn from Machiavellian realism and modern psychological understanding. If you want to hold a woman's attention, fascination, and desire over time, heed these warnings carefully. Mistake 1. Being too emotionally transparent. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." When a man wears his emotions on his sleeve too early or too openly, he kills mystery. Mystery is the oxygen of attraction. It is not vulnerability itself that is the issue, but the unfiltered, needy expression of it. When a woman feels she can read you completely, her curiosity dies. If your emotional world is entirely available, you become predictable and thus dispensable. Control your emotional expression like a strategist. Give glimpses but never full access. Preserve enigma. Mistake 2. Seeking her validation. A man who seeks a woman's validation becomes her subordinate, and women do not desire subordinates. Machiavelli stressed that a leader must always appear confident, even in doubt. The moment you begin shaping yourself to please her standards rather than holding your frame, she senses you have no core identity. She wants to be drawn into your gravity, not to orbit around you while you spin trying to please her. Do not ask for permission to be desired. Lead. Stay rooted. Mistake 3. Over-communicating your intentions. Clarity is a virtue in logic, but not always in desire. Machiavelli believed that one must conceal intentions to maintain power. Attraction is built not through full disclosure, but through psychological pacing. If you announce your feelings too early or constantly reassure her of your interest, she will grow bored. Intrigue requires silence. Suggest more than you say. Let her wonder. Power lies in ambiguity. Mistake 4. Being too available. Machiavelli believed power must be maintained with strategic absence. If you're always there, always texting, always responding instantly, always available, you become taken for granted. Humans value what is scarce. If your attention is cheap, it is worthless. Time and access must be earned, not given. Disappear strategically. Your absence can create more desire than your presence. Mistake 5. Sharing too much too soon. When you reveal your life story too early, you rob her of the journey. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must keep his hand hidden. So must you. A woman wants to unfold you slowly. Let her piece you together. Let her work to earn deeper layers of your soul. Oversharing is emotional nudity without seduction. Speak less. Share wisely. Let her crave the next reveal. Mistake 6. Becoming emotionally dependent. Dependence is the death of attraction. Machiavelli believed a ruler must never depend on the goodwill of others. The moment a woman senses you cannot emotionally survive without her, she subconsciously withdraws. Neediness feels like weight. Women crave a man who chooses them, not one who needs them. When your happiness, your identity, your calm depend on her mood or response, you hand her the power, and she resents it. Maintain emotional sovereignty. Desire her, but never depend on her. Mistake 7. Making her the center of your world. Machiavelli taught that all must serve the state. Nothing comes before the mission. If you make a woman the center of your world, she will lose respect. Attraction is not sustained by being her worshiper. It is sustained by being a man on a mission, a man who integrates her into his journey, not the other way around. Purpose before pleasure, mission before muse. Always. Mistake 8. Over-apologizing and over-explaining. A Machiavellian man does not explain himself endlessly. He acts, then controls the narrative. Excessive apologizing shows guilt, weakness, and desperation. Apologies must be rare, strategic, and brief. An over-apologetic man tries to re-earn what he already gave away, his dignity. When you explain too much, you become defenseless. A man of power lets his actions and standards speak. Correct your actions. Don't beg for approval. Mistake 9. Try to win her over with logic. Machiavelli understood that people are moved by fear, emotion, and personal interest, not reason. You cannot argue your way into a woman's heart. You cannot debate your worth or convince her to desire you. Attraction is irrational, emotional, instinctual. The more you try to present logical reasons why she should want you, the less she does. Seduction is art, not calculus. Stop explaining. Start embodying. Mistake 10. Failing to withdraw power. The ultimate Machiavellian principle is the strategic use of fear and withdrawal. When a woman crosses boundaries, disrespects you, or loses interest, and you continue chasing, you confirm her lack of desire. You reward disinterest with pursuit, and she knows you lack self-respect. Instead, you must withdraw. Pull back. Cut access. Retreat into your mission. The silence of a man who walks away speaks louder than the cries of a man who stays. She must feel your absence. Only then will she remember your value. Conclusion. Machiavelli never promised comfort. He promised truth about human nature, even when it's ruthless. And when it comes to women and attraction, truth often lies in what is not said, not seen, and not acknowledged. Women do not lose interest randomly. They respond to power, to energy, to dominance, and mystery. When you abandon these Machiavellian principles, when you become too soft, too obvious, too needy, too accessible, you become forgettable. Never beg for attraction. Never chase approval. Never expose your entire hand. Instead, become the man of calculated presence, strategic distance, powerful silence, and relentless purpose. The moment you stop trying to be liked and start standing in your power, women notice. And the right ones never forget. Welcome to the Machiavelli Guide, where power meets passion, where strategy builds seduction, where men are forged by truth, not fantasy. Stay calculated, stay powerful, and never forget, the greatest seduction is silence backed by strength.